Play the opening like a book, the middle game like a magician, and the end game like a machine. Rudolf Spielmann. Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a little known but a brilliant chess miniature played by Finnish chess player Eero Einar Book. During his career, Book won Finnish Championship 6 times from 1931 to 1963 and participated at 6 chess Olympiads. In this game his opponent is Hiidenheimo, and the game was played in 1925 in Helsinki. But before starting our game, make sure that you are subscribed in order not to miss my future uploads. In this game, Book had white pieces and he opened up with e4, e5 by Hiidenheimo, and we have the Vienna game knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4. Of course, this position can also be reached from the bishop's opening, and knight takes e4. The idea of knight takes e4 is that if now knight takes e4, then black can play d5, can win back the sacrificed piece and can get a very pleasant position. That's why after knight takes e4, instead of knight takes e4, we have queen h5, which is the main move. With this move, white is threatening checkmate in 1 and is coming after the pawn on e5. In here, the main move is knight d6. This is actually the best continuation with which black is neutralizing the mating threat. And if queen takes e5, then queen e7, and after the exchange of queens, white can choose either to put his bishop on b3 or on e2. But in our game, after queen h5, black played knight g5, which looks a bit strange. Here we have d4, white is opening up the dark squared bishop's diagonal, is attacking both the knights and the pawn on e5, knight e6 and d5. So far so good, despite the fact that black's knight g5 was a bit dubious, but in here black made a total blunder and played g6. Instead, it was better to play knight d5. If queen takes e5 check, then black is covering his king with a queen, and all in all, black is doing okay after the exchange of queens, bishop d3, despite the fact that white has a slightly preferable position, but all in all, black is doing okay. But in our game, after d5, we have g6. Actually, in here, white could even capture on e5. What are you going to do? If bishop g7, then queen e2. Again, this is going to be winning for white. If you castle kingside, then white can win a piece. But in our game after g6, Book actually chose a brilliant continuation, and instead of touching his queen, he went for a queen sacrifice on move 7, guys. Here we go, guys. I really adore typical early queen sacrifices, and let's see what's going to happen next. So black accepted the queen sacrifice, and we have e takes f7 check. This was the pawn which a few moves earlier was standing on d2, right? And now it's on the 7th rank. King e7, bishop g5 check, king d6, and we have castling queenside with a check. Typical moves also look very beautiful. If you remember, I have even shared games where one side is checkmating opponent by castling, but this time we have only a check. King c5, which steps into a checkmate in 8. Well, king c6 could prolong black's resistance, but even in this case, black has little chances of saving the game. Yes, this king is misplaced. This pawn is very powerful. You can't even play d6, white can simply munch it. But in our game we have king c5, and now let's see how Mr. Book checkmated his opponent. Here we have rook d5 check, white is also sacrificing his bishop, b3 check. With this move, white is inviting black to win the knight as well, but that can be met with a checkmate in 1. That's why black played king b4. Here we have rook b5 check, king a3. This is a brutal king hunt, guys. And knight b1 check. The knight is returning on its initial square, and rook a5 check. After which black covered his king, announced the check, and checkmate. So we saw check, check, checkmate, right? Check, check, and checkmate. A nice, very picturesque chess miniature by Mr. Book. Instead of playing the opening like a book, he played like a machine, right? Well, I hope that you enjoyed, dear chess lovers, this game. Feel free to share this with your friends as well. And in the end, let's also solve a chess puzzle where the task is to find the winning move for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. I have to tell you that there is no direct quick winning line, but after making a move, white is actually managing to get huge lead in material and can easily convert it into victory. So the task is to find the winning move for white, and as I have already mentioned, I will wait for your answer in the comment section. In the end, here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Good luck!